We're live again with more Brandi Carlile, Forever Young. We had a day of technical issues between having a live stream not work correctly, having the piano fail. So just been one of those days. But we're gonna jump back into this and put it all together. Maybe put some of it together. So we'll just kind of start again at this intro. Doesn't hurt to reiterate this and just get it back into our fingers. So we have the C chord. Our left hand's going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right hand's going 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, I gotta play that right. 2 and 3 and 4 and so I gotta warm up on that one for sure. Alright, let's put metronome to that and just kind of source that out. Suss it out. One of those two. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all right, left hand. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and gotta slow it down. Okay, let's do a couple without metronome. Just trying to get that all together. Just getting your right hand and left hand to behave together and work together is just an exercise in itself. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 So some of that I'm doing from memory, which again allows me to stare at my hands a little bit and get more comfortable. If this was a guitar, half the time I'm playing on guitar, if I'm on the first like 9 frets, I don't have to look at it. Piano, I'm not comfortable enough that I have to like see what's going on and try to sight read at the same time. And 2 and 3 and 4 and it's easy to rush at this tempo, so just something you got to watch out for. All right, moving on. Make this a little bit bigger. We got this A minor. We got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2 and so you got to get that rest in there. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and all right, left hand. We got 1 and 2 and so we got that little bit of a flam, right? And 2 and we're just just gonna try to get that down. That's what has been getting me tripped up for a little bit. So let's see how. Let's see if I can do right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Slowly put it together. And 2 and 1 and 2 and and 2 and 1 and so I struggle, and if you guys have watched these other ones, you kind of know this. Getting that flam or like that, right? It sounds nice when I really am purposeful about it. But when I'm playing it with just the left hand, my rhythm isn't good enough to go 1, 1, and so, you know, it is what it is. Be aware of it, right? 1, and so the other thing is just lifting these 2 fingers up on the end. So gotta walk through that slowly. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 lots of brain power. 1 and 2 and. So that's the tempo that I need. Let's hear. So I was doing like 1 and 2. Let's hear 31 and 2 and. So it's pretty close. And 2 and 1 and 2 and. Little mistakes. There we go. So I feel way better about that than earlier today. Let's try it from the C. C into that A minor. So we got 1. And I'm just going to not even worry about metronome. I just kind of walk through it a couple times and then get to that D minor and F, or F and D minor. So we got 1 and let's do it again. brain trip. I was gonna say yeah, let's say a mind fuck. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Just have to do it about 1,000 more times. All right, let's do it from the C again. We got one in the and now that F chord. Let's just break down that F. So it's an C and an A, and we're playing octaves. So it'd be 3, 3, and 4, and 3, and 3. There we go. Right, we very much, that's a little bit too pronounced. Just enough for the left hand leads. It's not that, it's that. So 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 4 and. All right, let's try that from the A minor. Now, partly because the first practice today was just atrocious between having to think through all the production stuff. This one I'm feeling like I'm settling in. Now, again, I'm only understanding how to play it half a measure at a time, right? But I don't see that any different than moving to the full measure. It's just you have to learn how to play these half measures, and then put the whole thing back together. It's doing it over and over again, and eventually you get quicker at it. You'll see when we're on live piano practice number 100, let's say. Let's say 100. Then it's going to look a little bit different how we learn these. Slowing it down so I can think. We got the 1 to our F. 4 and 1 into. Hurts my brain. The idea there. All right, let's spend a little bit of time on this. If you guys are watching the short stream, I know that C's a little bit cut off. We'll make it a little bit nicer for you. There, you should be able to see it from there. Hopefully you're playing along. Hopefully you learn a little quicker than I do. So I'm clearly not ready to go with metronome yet, mostly because that E minor, we got 3 and 4 and A minor chord. All right. So let's see what happens when I just do right hand. So we got 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and I don't sight read / memorize that A and C right there quick enough. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, let's try both hands a couple more times and then see what we feel like. I cannot do this from memory yet, right? I can remember bits and pieces, so I gotta kind of do it the whole time. So I know I'm not ready, and I know it's going to be a disaster, but let's try it at 30. And just sloppily play it just so we can kind of hear where it's supposed to go, where we hope it to be eventually. And then double that plus 4. Let's just get rid of this 30. Don't know if that would mess it up or not. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1. Wait, I know that's shit. That's complete shit. But at least I'm getting forced to put it into perspective, right? So if you've watched a couple of these, I know I have to be redundant because, no one watches everything. You got to play it with metronome a couple times to hear where the spacing is, then try it by yourself, and you'll be forced to just put it into time better and better. And it's just doing that process over and over again. So you got to I know I was everywhere. I was adding extra notes. Well, I was playing wrong notes. I wasn't even adding extra notes. The rhythm went to shit. That's going to happen a little bit, right, in the beginning. So embrace that. 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 brain blew up right there. It's good. It's good. It's coming along, and proof positive. Proves the positive. I don't know. It shows that this works. I guess is really what I'm trying to say. The other thing that shows is 2-a-days. Man, if I could do 2-a-days every single day, I would get so much better. And if you follow me, you'd get so much better too if you practice what I'm practicing. There is something in our brain, when we tackle something new, work on it intensely, 25, 30, 40 minutes. Even putting bright lights on helps a little bit because it fucks with your head of hey, I have to play this and there's people watching and the lights are hot. Anything where you can put yourself in that arena just messes with your head enough to elevate that sense. All right, let's do a couple without metronome, and then we're gonna move on before I steal all my own thunder. You can tell what I don't have memorized. Feeling like I'm really close to memorizing it, so sorry, got caught in my own thoughts. As I say that, to that F chord. No, I did forget it. All right, let's do a couple more with metronome. And weirdly, let's just turn it up to 32. Just a little bit faster, but not to that 35. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... Went out the brain. All right. Good stuff. Don't need to continue to reinforce that. All right. Same thing. D minor. Let's see if we can do this at 32. Left hand. So we're going 1 E and 2 E and slowing it way down. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and all right. Now this part. Oh yeah, we're playing from here. 1 E and on that one, okay, I hear that rhythm now. At first when I did it, I struggled with it quite a bit. And then it's just getting those the downbeats of our left hand. So we got 1 E and 2 E and 1 2 E and see if we can walk through it like this. So we got 1 E and 2 E and that for whatever reason, right? That that's what we're playing our when we put the hands together. 2 E and I should keep that down. So I wonder if I go E and it's not working out for me. Let's put the right hand back in. So it's 2, right? Yeah, 2. 2 E and still not great. Still not great. We'll fix that. Let's see if we can take it from the beginning of that. Might just have to do the same thing that I did with that A minor. Just brute force it. So we got 1. There we go. E and 2 E and There we go. All right. I don't hear it though. Like I can kind of assimilate the playing. I just, I'm not good at it by any means. 1 E, 1 E and 2 E and Let's see if we can just get this with metronome. E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 2 E and Now I'm tapping with my foot. You probably can't see that. You maybe hear it. I don't know. Dun, dun. I'm playing 2 and with my foot. Now, if I could just be intelligent enough to go 2 and 1, 2 and. Let my foot guide myself, like my body, in playing these notes, right? 1, 1 E and 2 E and I need to hear that though with the metronome. And actually, I think 32 is too fast. Let's try 30. I just need a little bit more time to think about it. And 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E. 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and See what I mean? That's crazy that my brain just is like, nah, my guy, we're not going to be able to do that. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1. Okay, getting a better idea of it. Just can't hear it with metronome yet. E and 1 E and oh man, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and so clearly kind of just like forcing it to happen, moving those 16th notes around a little bit, which is fine because if I do that enough times, I'm going to be able to settle down, both via the caffeine and learning this part. 1 E and 2 E and I feel like I've done this now 20 times in just the piano videos where I'm just like, I struggle so bad with metronome, and all of a sudden I play it by myself and I'm like, all right, that's the beat. Now I understand it, right? Talk too soon. Spoke too soon. And 2 E and 1 E up 2 and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and I can do one that my brain's like, bro, you can't think that hard. 2 E and 1 and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 couple in a row, right, where it's starting to click a little bit. Um, and I'm fine if it's a little sloppy, right? It'll fix itself down the road. Oh, and then what I was going to bring up is just keeping the right amount of sustain, right? I'm kind of lifting something early all the time, so it's just hard for me to mentally attack all of those things at once. And 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and So it seems like after I play the first measure, I'm gonna rush every measure after that. So just again, just have to keep on doing it with and without. So let's try to do it a couple times, counting it. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and Let's try this. Let's try this at 32 and see what happens. I'm not saying that's going to be the answer. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not going to say it's going to fix anything. Might make it worse. E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E and broke and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and All right, now my brain actually might be breaking. I can't even say breaking and broken. And 1 E and 2 Couple more times by myself, and then I need to move on. Otherwise, I'm going to get obsessive. But it's there. The idea is now there. 1 E and 2 E and Now I'm fucked the minute I want to put it all together, right? Like I said. Slowing it down. And again, I could work on just... Okay, so actually I do like where I'm coming from for this F, right? Just played that. And it actually gives me a little reprieve, right? It's a little bit easier. Moving to that D minor. Shoot. 1 E and 2. Not the right notes. But. A lot of what I just learned went out the window, just putting it together. But it's doable. It for sure is somewhat, possibly, maybe doable. Now this has been 34 minutes on just 2.5 measures. But it gets easier, I've been told. All right, let's tackle that A minor. So we're going down, and we're going, if you play with your second and fifth finger, that'll be easier. And then right hand's playing C and an E, 1 and all right, let's try all 3 measures. super wise. I don't need to put all four measures together yet. Or all three measures. I'm gonna do it just to prove that I can't do it, and then I just need to work from F to D minor more than anything else, because that's the transition that'll kill me. And now, again, one of the and something like that. So I'm set up for that D to A minor because I like to play it a certain way. So we got and now the D. Nope, I got that A in my right hand too. And I don't need to go farther than that. So not exciting stuff by any means today, but, just got to put some work in. We're going to do this on metronome a couple more times. And D minor. Oh, man. So the fact that I want to move my left hand makes me want to move my right farther than I have to. I just got to... Something like that. All right, we're gonna see what happens. It's not gonna be good though. And as I said, it wasn't gonna be good. Probably smarter to practice from the F to D minor. I want to walk through it a couple more times though, just like that. Oops. Okay, that works, fingering wise. Just got to remember that in context. All right, I don't think I'm gonna be able to play that with metronome, but we're gonna see what happens. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and so yeah, like I predicted, I wasn't able to play it with metronome. Better than I thought though. Again, that metronome just gives me that something to follow enough to like guide me, and then I fell apart on the 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and let's do a couple of just F to D minor. What I'm gonna do though is let this this half measure of A minor kind of like be a reset for me, so I can always recalibrate. Let's think about this. So we got 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. All right, yeah. 1 E and 2 E. 2 2 2 E. So my issue though is when I'm playing it through, right? I can't hear that rhythm. Can't hear. I think you know what I mean by that. Like I can't put it into place, right? Dun, 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 dun. There, I can hear that rhythm. I can replicate it or know it. Let's try from that F again. So we got 1, 3, and 3, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and all right. Let's do a couple more of those. It's good practice. 3 and 4 and 1 E, and 2 E, and knowing my brain though, if I highlight all of that, I'll try to play all of that. So let's just try a couple of these. And 1 E, and 2, and 1, and 1 E, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2 E, and 1 E, and 3 E, and trying to count it right. So terrible, but we're gonna get better at this. And 3 E, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and 2 E, and 3 and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and so let's slow that down. So I have a little bit more time to process. But I'm hearing it. And I might just do an hour and a half of this. And by tomorrow morning when I wake up, my brain's going to process enough of this and be able to play, hopefully, a little bit more of this. And 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, 1 E, and 2 E, and 1 E, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and 1 E, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2. Other than just rushing the shit out of this. And 1 E, and 2 E, and 1 E, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, pretend that was the right chord. What did I do wrong? And 2 E, and 1 E, and 3 and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2 E, and let's go back to 30. We can only get more consistent from there, I would think. and 2E and let's try all of that at 30, and then it's probably time for us to move on. It's a lot. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and so eventually I'm gonna have to learn what comes after that D minor. And then right now, because I just can't think fast enough, I have to, let's just do it this way. Give myself a 2-beat rest in between. And 3 and D minor. If you're watching right now, I'm just playing with the metronome. So screw up there, but deal with it. Let's do it on the second time around. And 1 so just blow past on those 16th notes, right? 1 and 2 and okay, there we go. And then my brain's just like, nah, bro, you're not going any farther. Nice. It's coming together though, slowly. 50 minutes, slowly, right? Okay, that's right. Yep. Let's make sure I'm playing that right. 1 E and 2 rest of this a minute before I'm done with this live. Tune F. What's my right hand doing? C and A. All right. I think we're good for tonight. So it's a little bit of a rough day, and that's okay. Happy I got these 2 lives in. I feel really good about the practice. I just need to follow it up tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. So hopefully you guys are watching, paying attention, ask questions if you have any, and we'll hit this more and eventually make it past the intro. All right, you guys have a good day.